Welcome back to Shots of Victory. I'm Blake.
And I'm Rocky.
In today's video, we're talking about Raw, NXT SmackDown,
NXT Roadblock predictions.
NXT Roblox predictions, NFL news since not trade deadline. Free agency started today.
Yeah.
AEW, WWE, TNA news, and then NBA team records, and then AEW Evolution 2025.
Yes. And also remember to send in your hot takes. I need that. We need that, Blake. Oh my gosh. Okay, you already have time now.
Starting off with Raw. CM Punk promo about John Cena. And The Rock interrupted by Seth Rollins. And a brick ball lead happens. Yeah. CM Punk basically just said he's going to get them canceled off Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And then, my knee's in the camera. Sorry, my fault. That's basically all that happened.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of yap.
Yep.
In the Judgment Day Clubhouse, Finn is mad about last week. While Dom once again says they need another member. Who knows? Maybe they do, maybe they don't.
Maybe.
Gunther beats Otis. After the match, he attacks Alpha Academy. Mr. Yeet Merchant comes down to make the rescue. Like it's been the last 3 weeks.
Yeet.
AEW Down Under. A-Town Down Under attack Jay, and he fends them all off, but Gunther chokes him out, making him pass out.
Mm-hmm.
It's announced that we're getting a match between good old Grayson Waller versus Jay. Main event Uso. Next week. Wait, today. Next, I don't know what we say. AJ Styles promo where Karrion Kross tries to tell him to turn evil, but AJ says he will call out Logan Paul next week. Even though AJ is just coming back from being heel after no one really liked him being heel. I guess actually they don't not like him. They just don't like his theme song.
That is it, and he has his old theme back.
I have a fry stuck in my throat.
Yay.
Lyra Valkyria retains the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Ivy Nile. So what do you think she's doing for Mania?
I think she's probably... Oh, this is actually difficult since I don't think Becky's coming back now. I could see her versus Maxine Dupree. Who do you got?
Triple threat. Ivy and Dakota.
Yeah, that makes more sense, honestly.
Or it's literally just a one-on-one match after not champion.
Number one contender
Yeah.
match.
You know what? Nikki Bella. Screw it.
Let's go.
I'm just joking. I need Ivy Nile. I'll put in my champ predictions. Which is on last week's episode. You guys can watch on the channel right now.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce books Seth Rollins versus CM Punk next week on Raw in a steel cage match in MSG Madison Square Garden.
It wouldn't fail on there.
Roman definitely is not coming back because when do we ever have? When do steel cage matches have returns?
Never.
Yep. Ludwig Kaiser cuts a promo about how Penta should fear him. Penta comes over and attacks Kaiser.
Yay.
Cero Mero.
I don't even remember that, honestly.
Neither do I. I remember the Kaiser promo. Bianca talking backstage about how she hasn't talked to Jade or Naomi yet, and she wants to talk to both first. Yay.
Yippee.
A video package of Chad Gable is shown, finding someone who can help him with luchadors.
This feels so long ago.
He gives him $500 for an old box. He opens it, cuts out, yeah. Everyone is saying that it's just gonna be a luchador mask, but with the USA on it.
Lucha.
And
Gable.
that's gonna happen, and then he's gonna have an open challenge, and then Mr. Ray Phoenix is gonna call. But I don't really know how to feel with that, but...
Why?
I don't know.
No.
That's how I
Yay.
feel. The War Raiders retained the tag team title, the WWE World Tag Team Championships against the Creed Brothers.
Mhm.
Well, I have to fry out. We are informed that Sami Zayn will be out indefinitely because of his unsanctioned match at Chamber.
Mhm.
LWO cut a promo about how the New Day sucks. LWO versus New Day in a tornado tag match next week. The members are Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio.
Yippee!
The promo was alright. It started off with just the two Walking Wild and
Cruz
Cruz del Toro. It was alright. It wasn't anything special. Dragon Lee was talking. It was alright. Then Ray started. Honestly, I could not tell Ray and Dragon Lee apart.
Oh my gosh.
I hate Dragon Lee. Please, Dragon Lee, go back to the NWO,
Yeah.
NXT, and have Axiom come back up.
Actually,
Back
was
up.
never up.
WWE Speed.
Oh my gosh. WWE Speed.
Finn Balor cuts a promo about how he will get the IC title. Braun comes down and spears Kim, Carlito, and Finn retreats. Who? Maybe now. Wait, what? Spears Carlito,
Mm-hmm.
and Finn retreats.
Ah.
Freaking nincompoop. That's it. No phasmophobia for you.
Darn it.
Jey Uso promo about how his WrestleMania match, and how he is going to win it as the underdog.
I butchered that, didn't I?
No, it's just you just have it weird. It like this match is gonna. This is feeling like a mid card title match, not like a
Mm-hmm.
the main title.
Yeah.
Like when I look at these, honestly, I don't see Gunther like. Anytime I think of Gunther, I just think of him as IC champ.
Same.
I don't picture him as anything else. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Gunther, but it's just like
No yeet.
I think he just fits better as the mid card championship. Because I feel like Gunther was used to bring light to the championship
Yes.
and give opportunities they wouldn't normally have.
When Gunther wins loses the championship, what do you think's next for him?
Well, knowing that Gunther gets butt rushed with champions, he's gonna win the IC championship.
Again? You don't think he'll go to SmackDown and win the US or the
I guess draft is right after.
yeah.
He could go to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, I don't really want him as the US champ.
He's gonna bait John Cena.
He definitely isn't. Honestly, give Gunther Money in the Bank, low key. Because I feel like he'd just be an obnoxious money. But the thing is, he wouldn't do like.
He'd be fair with it.
He wouldn't do fake cash-ins.
Yeah. But that's actually a good thing. I don't like fake cash-ins.
Oh, I saw them.
Too many of them are too bad.
I don't think we've
You
had.
need to have good ones.
I think the only bad one we've had is Austin Theory.
I
Tiffy's
think
was good. Priest's was good.
Priest was not.
Priests were good.
No, they
If
were
he didn't have him, his cash-in would not be as special. Him having all the fake cash-ins is what made his cash-in special.
Sure, buddy. It
It-
did not.
Yeah, it did. Well, because it brings like, because they don't do promos with the Money in the Bank cash-in. They just kind of just keep it aside, and that's how you bring light. I mean, because that's what we got Randy Orton, which was good. I forget. I don't remember them all.
Randy Orton.
But yeah, we had Rhea Ripley try to cash in, and then Randy Orton came out and stopped the cash in. That's how he got his return. Last but not least, speaking of underdogs, the underdog, Io Sky, beats Rhea Ripley for the women's world title because Rhea was distracted by Bianca Belair.
Yes. Silly Rhea.
I'm guessing,
Triple threat.
so as of right now, it's Io versus Bianca,
Mhm.
but since there was the shenanigans between Rhea and Bianca, it's probably just going to be a triple threat.
Probably.
But I don't think either of those two are going to win it, to be honest.
Why?
I think Io's going to retain.
Honestly, same. I think Io should retain.
I can see Bianca winning it. Rhea, there's no chance Rhea
No
wins
chance
it.
Rhea's winning.
Bianca, I can see it,
Mhm.
but the problem is Bianca's going to be a transitional champ if she does it.
Yes. Who
I-
do you think she would transition into?
Jade Cargill.
Ah.
I think plans have changed. Bianca versus Jade is no longer a Mania match, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be the SummerSlam match.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we get Jade. I think that's I could see Jade and Bianca going in versus the title.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, Jade hasn't wrestled in a while. She wasn't good really when she was wrestling.
Yeah.
I think this Naomi match, well, that'll probably happen at Mania,
Mm-hmm.
will determine if it happens or not.
Yeah.
So I think if she performs well, she'll do good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could see Jade winning Queen of the Ring.
Ooh. Yeah. Queen Jade, yeah. I could see that.
I think, and then you don't really have to change her performance much.
I'm just trying to think of who. Oh, King Mallow, yeah.
King Mello.
Mm-hmm.
I like Mello in the Bank more.
Mellow in the Bank's better. Who would be
Especially
King?
with how they've been doing him recently.
King?
It makes more sense for him to be Money in the Bank.
Who would be King?
You don't want to hear my answer.
Logan Paul.
Honestly, no. I think it's gonna be Sammy.
You were right. I did not want to hear that.
I think Sammy's winning one of the two this year, either King or Money in the Bank.
I don't think he is. Let's think. Who could it? I honestly, that's
Logan.
Logan.
Okay. What championship do we think it's going after?
Probably World Heavyweight.
Maybe this would be Jay versus Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely.
Yeah, because I feel like Cena's gonna be, or Cody will be.
It's gonna
after
face
that.
Cena. Actually, what am I talking about?
Why?
Because it's Cena. Actually, I think Cena's last SummerSlam will be storyline feud.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Jay. Thing is, because there's also draft
Mhm.
after, so it makes it hard.
King Drew.
I guess I'm fine with that. King Punk.
King Punk.
Anyways, that's it for Raw.
Let's go. On to NXT, where Sol Ruka and Zarya beat Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, where Sol Ruka got a pin on Chelsea Green.
Sol Ruka also has been winning matches on Speed,
Mm-hmm.
so it is kind of rumored that she'll be going up soon, and which is kind of makes sense if you look at it. They were calling her up it's gonna be around draft probably,
Yeah.
which makes sense with them pushing Zarya and Sol Ruka so much since Sol Ruka's basically a vet in NXT now.
She's been here for 2 years, so yeah, I would say so.
That's sad that that's the vet, knowing that just having the stacked women's stars have come in recently.
Yeah.
That being there for 2 years makes you a vet. I'm guessing Zarya's gonna get a huge push after this. I'm happy with that.
I'm not.
Hate Rhea, love Zarya. So Ruka, I'm surprised she never won the women's. Wait,
North American?
yeah. Remember when we thought that was Zarya's, Sol Ruka's title?
Yeah. When we were there was one person we didn't want to win it. Who was it?
Michin.
Yeah, that's who it is. Michin. Next up, we had Trick Williams getting heated backstage at Uriah Connors and Kale Dixon for interrupting his talk with Ava, and then he gets a match against Kale Dixon.
Speaking of Ava, she is also now the AEW Evolve general manager. Not general manager. Yeah, general manager. Yeah. Do you have that on your news?
No.
Oh, on what?
You said AEW Evolve.
Oh, WWE.
I was like, wait. Then Jada Parker beats Klein Jordan. Then after the match, she calls out both Julia and Stephanie Vaquer after the match, and she says whoever wins, she's going after. Yay!
Who did? Jada Parker.
Yeah. Jada Parker.
I love that there's a scandal between her and Jey Uso, and they're both getting main event pushes.
Let's go.
I think Jada Parker wins it. I don't know when, but I think she wins it.
Over press conference where
This was just weird.
Yeah, it really was weird. Where he says he won't lose the NXT title to a TNA superstar.
Why'd you? Neither of you, the people you were talking about, had an accent like that.
We have a Hardy's promo interrupted by Hank and Tank, who then it is interrupted by Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. Then the two teams brawl. Then Fraxium comes into the ring and talks to the Hardys about who is the better tag team in their match next week.
Yup.
SmackDown. Oh.
No, whoa, you're not halfway down the show.
Jordan Grace beats Cora Jade after referee stoppage since Cora Jade accidentally got injured.
It was reported at first that it was a knee injury, just because everyone thought that.
Mm-hmm.
Then Cora Jade came out and said it was a head injury,
Mm-hmm.
but now it has come out that she is A-okay.
A-okay.
And her match for TNA is still to go. Oh my god.
You're getting blown up, bro. Ethan Page and Javon Evans video interview where they talk about how much they hate each other.
Yep.
Trick beats Kale Dixon by referee stoppage right after a trick shot which knocked Kale Dixon out in like a second. Then Eddie Thorpe is on the podium and calls out Trick. Blake wants to whoop that Trick right now.
And then calls him out for it.
At NXT Roadblock.
Isn't it a underground match?
Oh, yeah. Wait, that's not a Roadblock.
Is it not?
No, I thought it was the week after Roadblock.
That makes no sense.
I'll go check right now.
Have two matches with them back to back?
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
The Trick match isn't at Roadblock, I thought.
I know. Did I say it was at Roadblock?
Huh?
Did I say it was at Roadblock?
No.
What?
What did you mean? Two matches back to back?
Oh, I think I read the next thing and just brought it into my mind. No, it's the next week after Roadblock.
Yeah, week after Roadblock. Then Moose press conference clip where he says that he will be double champ after NXT Roadblock next week.
Yay!
Let's go! Ricky Saints runs into Ridge Holland and Sean Spears backstage and talks with the both of them.
Yay!
Yay! Sean Spears beats Tony D'Angelo to win the North American Championship after the Stacks accidentally pushed Tony onto a chair.
It was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
Stacks versus Tony. Tony loses.
Mm-hmm.
Just called up.
Yeah. Yay!
Ilya versus and Tony tag team.
Let's go.
That was racially motivated, by the way.
It was. For real.
SmackDown now.
SmackDown.
Drew McIntyre takes out Damian Priest as he's arriving to SmackDown early in the day to start the show.
Mm-hmm.
Hate to break it to you guys. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest is more than likely happening at WrestleMania.
Sad.
But honestly, I'm low-key fine with it. They're doing the story good.
Mm-hmm.
I think at first when they just heard about it, the people were mad. But like now they're actually fleshing out the story for it. I'm not as mad.
Yeah.
Plus, what do you want Drew to have a WrestleMania main event match every single year?
Yes.
No.
I do.
No.
Yes.
Not the top.
Ooh.
Randy Orton promo where he discusses Cena's heel turn and how he's gonna hurt KO very badly.
Oh no, KO! Watch
and
out!
then told Pat McAfee there's a number one puncher over him, and it's Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Aldis segment backstage where he is a CSI investigator.
Whoa! You skipped Tiffany Stratton.
Fuck Tiffany Stratton. How he's going to a whiteboard and then showing off all the stuff, talking about how we've gotten there, talking about the explaining the number one contenders matches and everything. Tiffany Stratton beats Piper Niven, and after the match gets put into submission by Charlotte Flair.
Woo!
I'm not really liking the feud so far because Tiffany's basically just getting
Beat up.
yeah, and isn't really like,
No fighting back.
and it's not really showing her as like this feud's really just made her just seem like not as strong.
It's not on here, but later in the show, Charlotte Flair was talking about how great she is, and B-Fab comes up to her, and it makes a match for next week official between Charlotte and B-Fab.
Hoping Tiffy attacks.
Yes.
Pretty Deadly beat Motor City Machine Gun and Los Garzas to become the number one contenders for the tag team titles
Yes, sir.
after Street Profits match next week. Bianca promo interrupted by Naomi, who admits to become the attacker for Jade. Jade comes out and attacks Naomi. It was really great storytelling. There was great acting.
Yes.
Bianca is selling her soul for this feud. She's doing so good.
She sold her soul to The Rock.
No. Drew McIntyre promo about how Damian Priest has ruined all of his plans and how he ruined Damian. Please give this match a stipulation. I just want to see just blood.
Me too.
We get a video promo about tells us Lex Luger is going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2025.
Let's go.
Lex Luger said he wants Sting to induct him, which won't happen, and said he's going to stand to give his speech, which hopefully will happen.
Yes.
Strowman versus Solo ends a DQ as the Bloodlines attack Jacob and Braun brawl through the crowd.
And Jacob goes through a table, but he gets up right after it.
Yeah. So they went into 2K25 and just put 100 to all his attributes. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green retains the Women's U.S. Championship against Michin with the help of Alba Fire, who inducts herself as a whatever they call themselves.
The Hervis.
Santos says he is disappointed in Berto. Andrade rolls up and asks why Berto puts up with Santos still.
That's a good question, honestly.
I'd kill Santos if I could. Cody Rhodes promo about how John Cena turned on him and he will beat John Cena at WrestleMania 41.
Yes.
Miz is talking to Aldis about a Mello Don't Miz TV segment. Randy comes over. Mello versus Randy next week. Drew McIntyre beats Big Jim after the match. Gets attacked by Priest for attacking him earlier. Gets his get back, his little lip back.
They're back.
DIY interview backstage where they talk about how they will retain the titles next week against Street Profits. Which they probably will because Pretty Deadly will probably attack.
Yay.
Second change of the week. LA Knight beats Shinsuke Nakamura to become your United States Champion after using a chair. Kind of questions why he lost in the first place.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's it for SmackDown.
I think we can get NXT
No.
Roadblock done.
Okay, how much do we have?
650.
Sure.
NXT Roadblock predictions. Are you putting your title on the line?
Oh, yeah, my title is on the line.
Jordan Grace versus Roxanne Perez.
Jordan,
yeah. The Hardy Boys versus Fraxium for the TNA Tag Team Championships.
hard.
Hardys. Javon Evans versus Ethan Page in a New York City street fight.
Ethan.
Javon. Julia versus Stephanie Vaquer for both of the respectable titles.
Stephanie,
yeah. Oba Femi versus Moose for the NXT Championship.
Oba.
Oba.
Yeah.
Let's go on to AEW Revolution.
AEW Revolution 2025 results. I'm on my phone because that's what I have it on because someone was too lazy to add it to the script. Starting off with 0 Hour.
Let's go.
Our Ring of Honor World TV Championship. Commander. And so they were AEW stuff so weirdly. And Hologram versus Big Shorty, Lee Johnson, and Blake Christian. Hologram dropped a 450 splash on Christian and picked up the pin for his team.
W.
Daniel Garcia and the Undisputed Kingdom versus Adam Cole. Daniel Garcia, the Undisputed Kingdom, which is Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong versus Shane Taylor. Lee Moriarty, Shane Taylor, and the Infinity. Oh my gosh. Which is Carly Bravo and Captain Sean Dean.
Continue.
Garcia forced Moriarty to tap out. So they got the win. But also during the match there was just obvious tension between Garcia and Cole, which is probably
Next feud.
Next match was ROH World Championship match against.
Is this 0 hour still?
Yeah, Chris Jericho versus Gravity. Chris Jericho
Hi guys.
attacks, basically just like ruins his career. Just rips off Gravity's mask, just beats him. Obviously, Chris Jericho wins. Then we had a trio battle with Big Boom AJ, Mark
Whoa.
Briscoe, and Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy versus Johnny TV and Maximum Male Models, Mansoor and Mason Madden. Wow, that was really. Big Boom AJ pinned Mason. The Murder Machine surrounded the ring, but Powerhouse Hobbs marched to the ring. Even with the Hobbs planted Mason with a spine buster. Now with the pay-per-view starting, grudge match. MJF versus Hangman Adam Page.
Yay.
Where?
Where?
God, I can't get to that. Hangman moonsaulted off the barricade, but MJF caught him, counted him with a tombstone piledriver onto a steel chair. Page got back up into the ring just before the 10 count. MJF went to the Heat Seeker, but Page countered with a dead eye in the center of the ring. Page planted MJF with the Angel's Wings. Hangman finished off MJF with the Buckshot Lariat, scored the victory in a tremendous opening match.
Let's go.
Probably next feud's probably going to go back with Swerve, but we'll see.
Swerve.
I feel like Hangman and Swerve are literally just like battling every other feud. And they put on 10s every time. Next is the CEO, Mercedes Moné, versus Momo Watanabe. Where, who would have guessed it? Mercedes Moné wins.
Boo.
Then we had an AEW World Title match. AEW World number 1 contenders match versus Swerve Strickland and Ricochet. There was a little bit of tension between Swerve and Nana at the beginning. Nana walks out because Ricochet puts on the robe. That happens. Eventually, Nana comes back. They embrace because Swerve won.
And Nana just dances like Swerve collapsed to the ground.
Yeah, but they embraced. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Then we had the Rainmaker Okada and Brody King have a match where Okada retained the title. I lost my spot. Let's go. Then we had an AEW World Tag Team Championship match, which was a quick match between the Hurt Syndicate of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus the Outrunners Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd.
Yay.
Hurt Syndicate obviously won. Then we have a tremendous match, the Hollywood ending match, and probably the end to one, if not the greatest women's feud of all time. Timeless Toni Storm versus Mariah May. This was a bloody match.
It really was.
Bunch of callbacks with champagne bottle. Both of them were bloodied up. Tony grabbed the high heel shoe, tried to attack Mariah with it. Mariah May got the win. After the match, the Tron showed at the end, showing that this is the end of the feud.
Yes.
It was a great match. Then we had an AEW Intercontinental Championship with the champion, Kokeshka Takeshita
Cornette
versus Kenny Omega, where Kenny Omega gets the win.
Yeah.
We're probably getting Kenny Omega versus Okada, since when Omega came back, they had a face-to-face. And it's kind of just been the plan, probably, where they're going to unite the titles.
Yeah.
and make like an IC championship, but make that the main prize on Collision.
Mm.
Then we had another match of the year contender,
Mm-hmm.
Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
These two are in a match. Obviously, it's going to be match of the year.
Yeah.
Ospreay hits some move off the top, which was fire.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a hidden blade. Oh, it was a Spanish fly from the top of the cage. Yep. But Will Ospreay gets the win over Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
Then, in a lackluster main event, we had AEW World Championship match, John Moxley versus the Rated R superstar, Cope.
Cope.
Eventually in the match, Christian comes out, cashes in his contract, but then loses.
Yay!
And doesn't really get... Nothing really happens, so it kind of was really confusing why he was there, but...
And who wins the match?
Me. John Moxley retains, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yay.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else.
Mm-hmm.
It was won because Mox ran in the ring and locked Christian in the bull cage bulldog choke. Christian was put to sleep, so the ref stopped the match. Moxley retained.
Yippee. Ugh, okay. I'm just gonna steal this paper right now. NFL news. So we're gonna start off with everything before the signings. We'll have a few signings in here, but that's it. So first off, we're gonna start off with DK Metcalf being traded to the Steelers for a second-round pick, and he then gets awarded with a 5-year, $30 million per year contract.
Yay!
Then the Rams have signed 6-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Devontae Adams for 2 years.
Yay!
The Seahawks have traded quarterback Geno Smith to the Raiders for a 3rd-round pick.
It is rumored that they're trying to get a long-term deal set with him, making the QB the franchise.
Yeah, they are. Myles Garrett has signed a 4-year extension with the Browns.
Boo.
$40 million per year.
Boo.
Seahawks wide receiver. Oh, I did not delete that. Okay. Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson has been granted permission to seek a trade. Yay! Larry Tunsil has been traded to the Commanders for a 3rd-round pick this year and a 2nd-round pick next year. Now, this will bring Blake to tears, but the Jags have released tight end Evan Ingram and traded receiver Christian Kirk to the Texans.
I'm fine with that. I want Christian Kirk, and if Evan Ingram wasn't the method, he wasn't the method.
The Commanders have released 2-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Jonathan Allen.
Yay!
Defensive tackle Osa Adigizula signed a 4-year contract extension with the Cowboys. Former NFL running back Eddie George has agreed to become Bowling Green's head coach. The Bills have re-signed the linebacker Terrell Bernard and Khalil Shakur, and also given Josh Allen a big payday while releasing veteran Von Miller. Former Bengals offensive guard Alex Kappa has signed with the Las Vegas Raiders. The Chargers have released 5-time Pro Bowler Joey Bosa to save cap. The Chicago Bears have traded for both offensive guards Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson. The Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy is in legal custody for choking someone out, but the charges have been dropped against him.
Which means they got paid big time.
Mm-hmm. Another Jaguars news. Jaguars center Mitch Morse has announced his retirement from the NFL. The Raiders give Max Crosby a contract extension that will keep him there for 3 years. The Patriots have signed former Titans linebacker Harold Landry to a 3-year contract. Bengals defensive end Sam Hubbard announced his retirement from the NFL. And the Commanders have re-signed both veterans Bobby Wagner and Zach Ertz for 1 year. While the Seahawks have released 10-year veteran Tyler Lockett. The Eagles have cut cornerback James Bradbury to save cap's room. And the Lions have re-signed Derek Barnes to a 3-year contract while releasing Zadarius Smith. The Eagles have signed Zach Bond to a $51 million contract extension over 3 years. And the Raiders have released quarterback Gardner Minshew after one season on the team. The Browns traded DTR and a 5th-round pick to the Eagles for Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Goat Pickett.
Now on to the free agency signings. Oh boy, this is a lot of stuff. Josh Palmer to the Bills for 3 years, $12 million a year. Zach Wilson to the Dolphins, 1 year, $6 million. Carlton Davis to the Patriots, 3 years, $20 million a year. Morgan Moses to the Patriots, 3 years, $8 million a year. Milton Williams to the Pats for 4 years and $26 million a year. Justin Fields to the Jets for 2 years for $20 million a year. Brandon Stevens to the Jets for 3 years for $12 million a year. Cameron Bynum to the Colts for 4 years for $15 million. Charvarius Ward to the Colts for 3 years, $20 million. Jordan Lewis to the Jags for 3 years. Rob Hainsey to the Jags for 3 years. Diami Brown to the Jags for a year. Dan Moore to the Titans for 4 years. Talanoa Hufanga to the Broncos for 3 years. Dre Greenlaw to the Broncos for 3 years. Jalen Moore to the Chiefs for 2 years. Jeremy Chin to the Raiders for 2 years. Dante Jackson to the Chargers for 2 years. Paulson Adebo to the Giants for 3 years. Javon Kinlaw to the Commies for 3 years. Then you said Javonte Williams to the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Drew Dahlman and Deo Adejingbo to the Bears. Also Grady Jarrett to the Bears. All of them for 3 years. DJ Reed to the Lions for 3 years. Aaron Banks to the Packers for 4 years, while Nate Hobbs also gets signed to the Packers for 4 years. Trevon Moehrig to the Panthers for 3 years. Chris Godwin returns to the Buccaneers for 3 years. Hassan Reddick to the Bucks for a year. Josh Sweat to the Cardinals for 4 years. Poona Ford to the Rams for 3 years. And the biggest news of the day, Sam Darnold to the Seahawks for 3 years.
Yay.
Yay. On to wrestling news.
AEW, WWE News, and TNT News.
Yay.
WWE is planning to bring back the Women's PLE Evolution on July 5th in Connecticut.
Yep.
Rey Fenix has officially been released from AEW and is expected to join WWE very soon. AJ Styles said he would love to make a return to TNA, was backstage at TNA's Final Resolution.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill and Shayna Baszler have had actual beef backstage, which almost led to a real fight. It is reported that just a bunch of women just don't like Jade for how fast she was pushed.
Yeah, and also Jade took off the entire holiday thing.
Yeah. Sky Blue discredited rumors that she was coming back soon. Frank is still badly injured. Former TNA Championship Homicide is set to wrestle his retirement match this month.
Yep.
The next Saturday's Night main event will take place on May 24th in Tampa. John Cena is set to appear.
Yep.
There are rumors forming Okada versus Kenny Omega at AEW All in Texas to unify the titles.
Yep.
Oopsies.
Oopsies.
Both Eddie Edwards and Alicia Edwards signed new contracts with TNA. There are rumors that natural disasters, earthquakes, and typhoons are joining the Hall of Fame class of 2025.
Yay. Now
And
your favorite part.
Next, NBA team records so far. I'm not going to lie, my mind is fried right now. Do not know what's happened. Central, Cavs are 54-10, first in the East. Don't remember if I said it, but they have clinched for the playoffs.
They have clinched. You didn't say it last week.
Bucks are 36-27, fourth in the East. Pacers are 35-27, fifth in the East. Pistons are 36-29, sixth in the East. Bulls are 26-38, 10th in the East. Jeez. Celtics are 46-18, second in the East. Knicks are 40-23, third in the East. 76ers are 22-41, 11th in the East. Nets are 21-42, 12th in the East. Raptors are 21-43, 13th in the East. Hawks are 30-34, 7th in the East. Magic are 30-35, 8th in the East. Heat are 29-34, 9th in the East. Hornets are 15-48, 14th in the East. Wizards are 13-49, 15th in the East. Northwest is the Thunder, 53-11, first in the West. Nuggets are 41-23, third in the West. Jokic has just dropped a season and career-breaking record, a 30-20-20.
Yeah, that's really impressive, honestly.
Against the Suns. Timberwolves 37-29, 7th in the West. Trailblazers are 28-37, 12th in the West. Jazz are 15-49, 15th in the East. Pacific is Lakers, who are 40-22, second in the West
LeBron's out for 1 to 2 weeks.
with a groin strain. Warriors are 36-28, sixth in the West. Clippers are 35-29, eighth in the West. Kings are 33-30, ninth in the West. Suns are 30-34, 11th in the West. Grizzlies are 40-23, fourth in the West. Rockets are 39-25, fifth in the West. Mavericks are 32-33, 10th in the West. Rumors are that AD will have an in-season return.
Yes, he will.
Spurs 26-36, 13th in the West. Pelicans are 17-48, 14th in the West. Pelicans just signed center Mo Bamba to a 10-day contract.
Mo Bamba.
NBA team finals predictions. Mine are the Nuggets versus the Celtics. Nuggets winning.
Nuggets? Okay. I got still the Celtics over the Warriors because I feel like the Warriors are going to make a strong push because this might be one of Steph Curry's last years as he signed as Davidson's GM, assistant GM for basketball.
Yep.
That's
That's it for this week. Next week is Raw, NXT, SmackDown, Roadblock results, news, new NFL and wrestling news,
Yep.
sports, NBA team records, and that's it.
And hot takes if you send any in, which you haven't recently.
Yep, that's about it. And until
Okay.
next week, goodbye.
Peace.